For a lot of landowners, the idea of a wind farm nearby brings up mixed feelings. On one hand, it's progress, clean energy, income opportunities. On the other hand, it's the unknown. What does it mean for your view, your peace and quiet, your property value? These are fair questions. In this video, we're going to look at what really happens when a wind turbine is constructed. The fears, the facts, and whether they actually affect the value of your land and home. Let's unpack what the data actually says. We all know that wind turbines get people talking. Some see clean energy, others see an eyesore on the horizon. And that's fair. Change can be uncomfortable, especially when it's close to home. A major study in Denmark found offshore turbines had little to no influence on property prices. Even coastal homes weren't affected. But here in the UK, onshore turbines get a much stronger reaction. Why? Aesthetics and uncertainty. They're tall, visible, and alter how the landscape looks. Some people believe turbines automatically lower nearby property prices. But that's not an accurate picture. The truth is, modern turbines are far more efficient, quieter, and cleaner than a decade ago. We now can use fewer turbines to produce more energy, which means less land impact overall. To get a real-world view, we spoke with Dodgson, a qualified surveyor with over 15 years experience. Ashley works with farms, estates and rural homes across the UK, and he knows the real numbers behind the headlines. As he puts it, while from a visual perspective, turbines are fairly prominent, there isn't particular devaluation. In simple terms, yes, they stand out, but they don't drag property values down. He also pointed out that fear often comes from poor planning visuals when developers show low quality CGI or no panoramas. Communities can't picture what the project will actually look like. Also, developers sometimes submit high-level plans in order to keep their options open. But once developers present more accurate visuals, community fears drop dramatically. That's the power of good communication. When people understand what's coming, the fear fades. So let's look at the data. Across the UK, support for onshore wind is stronger than ever. Only about 4% of the public actively oppose it. Nearly 80% support it. And when it comes to property prices, multiple independent studies, including research by the Centre for Economics and Business Research, found no evidence of price drops near wind farms. They studied more than 82,000 property transactions across England and Wales, and the conclusion was clear. No consistent link between turbines and falling property values. Turns out, most of the fear is psychological, not financial. Now, let's flip the story. What if the turbines aren't just nearby? What if they're on your land? For landowners, wind turbines can actually increase land value. They bring stable, long-term income, often through developer leases or power purchase agreements. The best part? You lose very little usable land. Farmers can still graze animals or grow crops around the turbines. And beyond your own income, turbines can help local communities through funding, jobs, and renewable energy access. So, do wind turbines decrease property values? For most landowners, no they don't. The worry is mostly emotional, not economic. And in the rare cases where prices dip, they usually recover within 2 years. Modern turbines are quieter, safer, and better integrated into rural landscapes than ever before. They're becoming part of the scenery, not a threat to it. If you've been worried about wind turbines near your property, take another look. The evidence says stability, not loss, and for many, real opportunity. The future of rural land isn't exclusively about crops or livestock anymore. It's about smart diversification and energy that sustains us and future generations. So, do wind turbines decrease property values? The data says no. If you're thinking about building a wind farm or just curious about your land's potential, check out our free wind speed calculator, linked in the first comment below. It's quick, simple, and could be the first step towards your own renewable energy project.